leadership is a very hot topic on LinkedIn. Most people are thinking, how do I get promoted? How do I get a job? I must become a leader. But I know very well that it's a lot more for you. It's a lot more than that. It's about training people to find their confidence, really educating people to become, if I may say, mature human beings who can be responsible, but not just in a role where they're at the front of the line. It's part of a whole group collective. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Tell us about your philosophy and how it works for you.
Right. I must admit I can't take credit for the philosophy. I'm probably one of those people who latched onto it pretty early on. But let me take you through school times, right? I think we are inducted into leadership in a very hierarchical system. I think the first time you get introduced to something like leadership is when you're a school monitor or a prefect, right, in school. And the moment you get the badge, you notice the fact that everything changes, right? You're the boss. I shall give out orders and thou shalt follow. So you are lesser human beings. I am a more, wider respected, bigger human being, and you shall have to follow and do as I say. And the moment that way of thinking comes into being, it never leaves you. And unfortunately, much of the work I do is trying to get people to unlearn that more than learn anything else. I think part of the job is to get people to understand that leadership isn't a title. And even though we say that all the time, what you just said, let me get promoted, then I'll become a leader. Right? And the moment you mention that, you do know that you're stuck in that paradigm, right? You look at leadership as a position, as a role that you play. And then of course comes this big question of, okay, if I am leading, who's following? And if I'm a follower, how do I become a leader? And most of the time, people, we even as young as we are, 10 years old or 11 years old, we always tell people, don't follow, lead. And that's kind of the mindset that you give. But leading and following are one and the same thing. There are times when you have to lead. There are times when you have to follow as well. And there are times when you have to just step out of the way and not become a problem. So my genuine mantra all the time is lead, follow, or get out of the way. And to me, they are one and the same thing.